Welcome to Season 2, Episode 6 of the Luton Town Let's Play, and in this episode we have an away game in the league against Bournemouth and a home game in the FA Cup quarter-finals against Norwich City. There really is a chance that we can get to the semi-final of the FA Cup. Let's go Luton! Okay, so while we're on the club info screen, I just wanted to highlight to you a couple of things that I found was quite interesting in here. Our reputation in the time we've been in the Premier League over the last season and 2/3 has had an increase. We are a 3-star reputation club. And in terms of my profile, 30% win rate seems quite low, but I think at Luton, I'd actually probably take that. One other thing I was looking at as well is in the supporter profile, I'm not even on the favoured personnel list. Let's see if by the end of this season do we get on that list, because I think I deserve a place on there for keeping Luton in the Premier League, not just for one season, but what's looking like being for a second season as well. So when we look at the table, there has been a few games which we'll go through very shortly. We are 13th in the table on 35 points. Leeds are the team in 18th on 24 points. Obviously meaning we have an 11-point gap over them. And we're not actually that far away from being able to climb up towards the top half of the table. I'd love to finish top half. I'm not worried about finishing top half. I'd settle for finishing around where we are now. So let's have a look at our fixtures and results at the games that have played since you were last with me. So we had Aston Villa and Tottenham in the last episode, with us getting a 2-1 win against Tottenham. And it's basically been win, lose, draw, but not necessarily in that order. So against Fulham, we had a 0-0 draw away from home at Craven Cottage. Standing goalkeeper Rushworth, that we bought in the January transfer window, having a very good game. You know, when you look at the stats, in terms of the shots, we were definitely the better team in this game. We didn't have quite as much possession, but we did hit the woodwork, and we did do more high-intensity sprints than Fulham, indicating that we was working harder than them. When you look at their stats, their goalkeeper, Bernd Leno, obviously had a good game as well. So it does seem like both keepers shone in this game. So disappointing to lose, or not lose, but draw to Fulham. And not really much we can do about it, so we move on to the next game. The next game was in the FA Cup 5th round against Coventry City. A game in which we won 3-0. And what made this even that little bit sweeter is look who's down here. Elijah Adebayo. I completely forgot that he went to Coventry. It's only when I got a Steam achievement come through saying that you've won a game against a player that you've previously sold that I thought, oh, okay, let's have a look at who we've previously sold to Coventry then. And I started having a look down the list and I'm thinking, I can't find this player anywhere. Then I got to Adebayo and obviously I was like, oh, okay, that's who it is. So absolutely delighted that A, he didn't score against us, and B, that we put his side out of the FA Cup as we go marching on into the quarterfinals. Looking at the stats, we had more shots, but they dominated possession in this game. They even had more high-intensity sprints. We did run more kilometres than them, but yeah, overall, Pepe getting a couple of goals, Carlton Morris getting on the score sheet when he came on as a substitute as well. Absolutely delighted with that. It's always nice when both strikers score in a game. Then we had Manchester United, which, you know, we were at home, so I thought we've had a good result against Tottenham. We've had very agreeable results against Manchester City in this save, so maybe we can get something in this game against United. And really, it went doubly wrong, because not only did we lose 3-1, with Fernandes getting a penalty and scoring, Marcus Rashford and Mehdi Taremi scoring, we also had Ricardo Pepe go off injured. It's not a serious injury, but it's going to keep him out for a couple of weeks. But he is our top scorer. He's had, I think, 11 goals in all competitions this season. So it was really disappointing that he got injured in that game. But we all know Carlton Morris can step up to the plate. So let's wait and see what he can do in today's episode. The keeper does concern me. I know I've just been saying, about how well he played in the previous episode, or in the previous game. But a 6.2 here, he has, I mean, I don't know what his eccentricity is like. If we have a look, where is it? eccentricity. I mean, that says 9, but he does like darting out of his box quite a lot. So, and we've seen that in the previous episode as well, how he just seems to run at the ball regardless of where it is. So I am concerned about him. And in terms of our regular keeper in Cavallina, he's out injured, and he's going to be out injured for another up to 4 weeks, which will be most of the rest of this season. Thankfully, we're not having to start the season with Rushworth, and it really is making us appreciate how good Cavallina is. 3-star current ability, 4-star potential. He's been great for us this season. He really has. I think he's one of the big reasons why we've stayed in the Premier League this season. So I think that's about it in terms of news. So let's get on with today's game. We are away from home against Bournemouth. Bournemouth are 17th. They've just climbed out of the relegation zone recently. And let's see if we can go there and pick up a win to help move us up the table even more, hopefully. So we hit the opposition instructions. Reece Burke is coming back onto the subs bench after injury. We're sticking with Brandon Williams for the moment. Our team lines up as Rushworth in goal, Bell and Williams out wide as the wing backs, with Diku and Denea in the middle. Onyeka, our regular really now, especially since Leyduni has left, in that defensive midfield role, with Breivik and O'Reilly in front of him. Semenyo on the left. Ogbene today is going to be on the right, with Colton Morris up top. Now, it is worth noting as well, against the Man United game, I did take Breivik and O'Reilly out to give them a bit of a rest because their fitness levels weren't quite up to it. We played where is he? I forget his name. Harvey White and John Buckley. We played in the centre of midfield, and I wouldn't say it didn't work, but they are obviously a massive downgrade on Matt O'Reilly and Emil Breivik. I'll say probably about a 1-star rating downgrade for each player. So let's get into the game. Hopefully we can win this one. My expectation is that we do win it. There's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't win this game. I believe we're better than Brighton. I mean, we're going to go and get beaten now, aren't we? That's their recent form. 1 win in the last 4 games. Or last 5 games, sorry. The most recent game they have won. We have had a couple of wins, also a couple of defeats. So let's get on with the game. Let's go Luton. I am worried about Cole Rushworth in goal, I have to admit. I think Diku and Denea are starting to form a good partnership in the centre of defence for us. Same with that midfield three of Onyeka, O'Reilly and Breivik. They seem to be really gelling now as a unit, which you obviously need from your midfield. So 20 minutes gone. There's been a few shots, but no highlights yet. The game isn't deeming any of this worth showing. Here we go. We have a corner. O'Reilly to Breivik, back to O'Reilly, to Ogbene. Bell moves it out to Williams, to O'Reilly again. We're being patient. Denea to Williams, back to Denea, or forward to Denea. They're passing it around between the two of them. Breivik gives it to Semenyo. This is an opportunity for us now. Semenyo gets the tackle from the Bournemouth player. Amari Bell gets the crossover, but comes back again. We've been given a penalty, folks. We know, or I believe Colton Morris would have taken them last season. I think Breivik is their penalty taker nowadays. So I think Emil Breivik will step up to take this. Or is it Colton Morris? It looks like it's Colton Morris. It is Morris. Can he score? Yes, he can. It's 1-0. We've taken the lead away from home against Bournemouth. His 8th goal of the season. And I absolutely love Colton Morris. You know that from the end of last season. He's just Mr. Reliable. He turns up when you need him to so many times. Semenyo! Oh, that's it, the woodwork. Breivik puts it back into Ogbene. I think it was offside anyway, wasn't it? No, it wasn't offside, but it was just too far in front of Ogbene for him to get to it. So both teams, at the time, had only had 1 shot on target. We've now had a second. It looks like we're going to go in at half-time 1-0 up. Only 1 minute to add on, and we are 1-0 up at half-time. That is really good. I'm pleased that we're leading. Let's go out and get a second goal now. Maybe even treat ourselves to a third in this second half. So we have a corner. O'Reilly will take it, puts it into the box. Morris got the header, but it's straight at Neto. no danger for Bournemouth off that one. I mean, we have had 5 shots on target, so we do need to be getting that second goal, because at the moment we are absolutely dominant. XG, more than 1 XG ahead of them. We've had 63% possession now, but it starts off with a Bournemouth highlight, with a Bournemouth goal kick at least. Can we win the ball back from them? They're coming at us down their right. Breivik intercepts, goes back to Rushworth, to Denayer, out to Williams. He can bring it forward, finds Ogbene. We're passing it around. We do seem to pass it around so nicely, and I think the match engine really shows it nicely as well. So Diku forward to Breivik, to O'Reilly, to Ogbene, gives it to Williams. He can make a run down the right hand side. Can he get across into the box? He can. Neto punches it away. Breivik gives it. Oh, it's a goal. Semenyo. Is it going to stand? It is. What a goal from Semenyo. Breivik will get the assist for that one, but that was a great, and it always looks good when it hits a post and goes in. So it's with us again. Williams has it. To Denayer. To Diku. Come on, do something with it. Don't just go losing it and then they counter-attack us. O'Reilly to Williams. Can he... Oh, he should have crossed it. Shouldn't have taken a shot. He should have crossed it. I haven't made any substitutions yet. I've just realised that. I'll wait for this corner to finish first. O'Reilly will take it to Breivik. He gets a cross in. Now they can counter. We might have to look at how many men we have back, because that looked very short then. Okay, so let's make some substitutions. So Brandon Williams can come off for Reece Burke. Then who else have we got that's potentially not playing well? Onyeka could probably do a coming off. So bring John Buckley on. He don't get many minutes for us, poor old John. Then is there anyone particularly tired? Semenyo looks tired, so I think we bring him on or off for Pagino. That'll be it for now. Just the 3 changes. I want to change like half the outfield team. So Bournemouth have it again. They come forward. Pagino gets the ball. Amari Bell originally won it back. He gives it to Breivik, to O'Reilly. Ogbene, 3-0. Oh, it's going to be disallowed. The referee doesn't like it. VAR are looking into it. We know what VAR do to us. There you go, disallowed. Told you. Oh, I do hate VAR with a passion. Not that that really matters. We should be comfortable enough at 2-0. So bring Esquivel on for Ogbene. And I think we'll bring Tom Lockyer on for Jason Denayer as their final 2 substitutions. I know we don't have to make 5 substitutions, but I just think if you've got an opportunity to rest some players, why not? Oh, that is a terrible tackle. And no wonder he's been sent off. That could have been a leg breaker. Wow. Chedra with a red card in the 85th minute. We go on to win the game 2-0. Really good performance that was. That was probably one of the best, most dominating performances I've seen from us this season, actually. 7 shots on target, XG of 2.25. We pretty much lived up to that. 63% possession with 154 high-intensity sprints and 134 kilometres run. We were really good in that game. It's just a shame we couldn't have scored more. That was the only slight negative that I'd have to give to it. But yeah, 2-0 win against Bournemouth moves. Look at that, we're up to 10th. I mean, if we can finish somewhere like 10th, I mean, I don't think we're going to be able to finish any higher than 10th because we're 4 points behind West Ham and we are going to lose games. But if we could finish 10th, that would be... I'm not expecting it. I'm expecting somewhere between 12th and 14th, maybe 15th, something like that. But yeah, that was a really good performance. Really happy. It's going to put us on a high going into the FA Cup game against Norwich City right after this. Okay, so here we go. It's game day, Luton versus Norwich in the quarter-final of the FA Cup. As you can see on screen, Arsenal have already beaten Brighton in the other game today with Martinelli, Ben White and a Bukayo Saka penalty. What I will do is just show you the rest of the draw for this FA Cup. Tomorrow there's Leicester versus Chelsea and Hull versus Aston Villa. Now, if all the games go the way you would expect them to, with Chelsea winning that one, Villa winning that one, Arsenal already won that one, and us winning this one, as long as we can avoid Arsenal in the draw for the for the semi-final, I'd be quite convinced that we could get a place in the FA Cup final. And then if you get there, who knows what can happen. I am so excited for this. We can't underestimate Norwich, and the fact that we can't underestimate them is evident by my team selection, because we are unchanged. We're sticking with the team that won the last game. Rushworth in goal, Bell, Williams out wide, Dicker and Denier in the middle, Onyeka in the defensive midfield role with Breivik and O'Reilly in front of him, Semenyo and Ogbene out wide, and Morris up top. This is our bench. I was tempted to rest Brandon Williams, Emil Breivik, Antonio Semenyo, purely because they're a yellow card away from suspension and would miss the semi-final. But like I say, I don't want to underestimate Norwich and end up going out because we've made so many changes. So we're going to stick with this team, hope that they don't get yellow carded. I'm pretty certain Brandon Williams will, because like I said before, he does love a yellow card, that man. But hopefully, Breivik especially, he's the one I really don't want to get suspended, because with Semenyo, I think we've got the likes of Pagino, Gomez, Cortez that can all come in and take his place. But really, I don't want Breivik getting suspended. We have got an injury to John Buckley. He's going to be out for 7 days to 2 weeks. So that was a disappointment. Jordan Clark has come onto the subs bench in his place. So let's get into the game. If we play to our best, and the fact we're at home as well, we should be able to win this. Norwich are second in the Championship, so they're probably going to be in the Premier League this season. Before we kick off the game, I just want to start by saying, please leave a like and please subscribe as well. It's massively appreciated. It really helps the channel. And yeah, please do that. So let's get into the game then. And it's kick-off. They've got obviously a good team, Norwich. The fact they're second in the Championship. But like I say, if we perform to our best, then I know we can win this. We have maxed out the attendance here, as you'd expect. It's only 10,900 people. But here's Amari Bell with the highlight. You see the colour of the pitch where it's an evening game, and you can tell it's an evening game. Ogbene has it now. Cross over to Morris, 1-0. Don't you dare disallow it, ref. You're not anywhere in sight, so I don't think you're going to. Carlton Morris with the opening goal for us. 20 minutes gone. Ogbene with the assist. I keep leaving Ogbene out for Escobar, and like I say, every time I bring him back in, he does the business for me. He's I don't give him the credit that he deserves, to be fair. So Semenyo's not had the greatest of starts in this game. We've had 4 shots at goal, 3 on target, 58% possession. Norwich haven't even had a shot yet. Bell with the long throw to Morris. Oh, is that a penalty? It is. He got a nudge, did Morris, and he didn't hesitate to go down, and I don't blame him. They're checking it on VAR, and it is a penalty. Morris with an opportunity for his second goal of the game, and to pretty much put this game to bed in my eyes. Oh, and it's been saved. Oh, Morris. We have a corner. Can we score from the corner? O'Reilly has it. Puts the ball in the box. It's cleared away. Semenyo now gets the cross in, but it's straight at Gillies, the Norwich goalkeeper. Oh, I hope we're not going to regret Morris missing that penalty. Well, to be fair, it's not showing up on here that he's missed a penalty. That's clearly a bug, because he definitely did miss the penalty. You saw it like I did. Well, it was saved, but things are going well. I know you came with even better, and absolutely no reaction from them at all. Yeah, it's still not showing up on there that he's missed a penalty. So that clearly is a bug with less than a week to go until the full release. Talking of the full release, in case you're not aware already, I will be doing a brand new series. The Luton Town Let's Play will finish at the end of this season. We're going to just quickly do stuff. I'm going to bring Cortez in for Semenyo, give him some game time. Who we've got here? Onyeka. He also, Semenyo has actually got a booking as well, so that means he's out of the semi-final I thought I'd been a bit clever then, but he actually got booked in the second minute of the game. I mean, what a wally, what a silly sausage. Getting booked at the second minute into the game. So if Colton Morris had scored that goal, we could be bringing Breivik off now, but I really don't want to bring him off. But I'm going to. I know I said I don't want to be doing it, but I'm going to. We need him for a potential semi-final. I'm probably not going to bring Reece Burke on because, yes, it would mean that Brandon Williams would avoid getting suspended, but there is a chance Reece Burke could be suspended as well. I'm going to do it. I'd rather have Brandon Williams than Reece Burke at a push. So we've made 3 substitutions so far. This would be so cruel if we end up conceding now because we have been so easily the better team. White with the free kick, puts it into the box, comes out to O'Reilly. He goes back to Bell, the last man back. He now brings it forward, gives it to Cortez, to Morris. No, they're going to break. Burke. I mean, I'd rather the game just played out with no highlights. Diku, he's giving it away. Oh no. Rowe brings it forward. They're going to score and it's 1-1. How did I know that Football Manager was going to do this to me? We have dominated this game as well. And now I'm going to regret making them substitutions. I mean, they've possibly scored with what would have been their first or second shot on target. And it's extra time. Oh dear. I'm not happy with your performance out there. I'm not. We should have been out of sight by now. We've got a couple of substitutions left. So if we bring Escoval in for Ogbene, because he's looking knackered. I don't really want to take Ogbene off, I've got to say. I think maybe we take Onyeka off, move Harvey White back and bring Jordan Clark in. And then in defence we take Jason Denayer off and bring Tom Lockyer on, just so we've got a bit of freshness at the back there. This is going to be so Luton that we have this much domination of a game and then we just go and lose it. Burke wins the ball. Goes back to Tom Lockyer. To Burke, to Lockyer, to Burke, to Lockyer. Do you want someone want to pass it to one of our other teammates? Here's Ogbene. To O'Reilly. To Burke. To O'Reilly. We're fashioning a chance for ourselves here. Oh, Cortez! Oh, no, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Not again. Please. Oh, yes, it stood. Oh, it's 2-1. VAR has actually given us a goal for once. You've got to say we deserve to win this. Norwich are just nowhere in this game. Yet somehow, because of our own wastefulness, it would be an absolute travesty if we don't win this game. I'm not going to do time wasting or anything like that because it's just going to add more time on to the end of it. We'd be really good with not giving out or conceding yellow cards, really. And we've done it. 2-1 win against Norwich. That was a lot tougher than it should have been. It was a good win, that was a good win, given it took extra time, but don't dwell on it. No, I don't want to say that. Well done, it's a good win for us, lads. There you go. Let's send them out on a high. So we've won our game. Thankfully, Leeds have lost, which means they're not going to gain any points or anything. We've remained in 10th in the Premier League without having to play a game. And Semenyo has reached his yellow card limit. He's going to be banned for one match. He's got 2 yellow cards in the competition. He's been fined and he's accepted it. That's great. So I will see you back here for the the semi-final draw. We're at Wembley, folks, for the semi-final draw of the FA Cup. Okay, welcome back. So as you can see, Ricardo Pepe is recovered from his injury. He will be available for selection the next time we play. And next game, I believe, is against Liverpool. Yeah, it is against Liverpool at Kenilworth Road. He'll be available for that. We're now on a 2-week international break. But as you can see, we've got the FA Cup semi-final draw to take place today. Both games will be played at Wembley. In the draw is Arsenal, Chelsea, Luton and Hull. Hull City beat Aston Villa 2-1 at Hull. So let's view the draw. Let's get into it. Obviously, from our perspective, we would love to be drawn against Hull. But if we can't get Hull, let's get Chelsea. We'd want to avoid Arsenal. They're top of the league at the moment. I think 5 points clear of Manchester City. We want to avoid them. But we want Hull. Let's be honest. We want Hull. And if we get them, that means we would potentially be able to have a run all the way to the final without coming up against a single Premier League team, which I think that is insane that we've been able to avoid that. It's been such a good draw for us. So we're first out of the hat. Luton Town, first out of the hat at Wembley in an FA Cup semi-final, will play, drum roll please, Chelsea. Okay, so we didn't get Hull, but Arsenal will play Hull in the other semi-final. So if we can get a win against Chelsea, then we will be playing most likely Arsenal in the FA Cup final. So let's finish that draw. We'll go to the schedule. Some fixtures have been rearranged. We'll go to the schedule, and the next time you will see me here, we'll come back for Brentford. Where are Brentford in the league? They're 13th. Where are Brighton? They're 12th. So not really anything in them. We'll come back for Brentford at home and then Wembley for the FA Cup semi-final against Chelsea. And the reason I'm doing it that way round rather than Brighton is because I want to finish the episode with a trip to Wembley, because Luton Town don't get to go to Wembley very often, unless it's a playoff final, of course. But this is a proper Wembley trip, an FA Cup semi-final. We could be playing in front of, 90,000 fans. That is incredible. Then after them two games, so they will be the next episode, episode 7. In episode 8 will be the final game of the season. If we go out of that, we'll come back for West Ham versus Southampton. If we are still in the FA Cup, then it will be Southampton and the FA Cup final. I might even do an FA Cup final special all on its own. But let's wait and see how it goes. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. We've still got Chelsea to put out first. It's been a great episode. I've really enjoyed today's game. 2 wins from it, including an FA Cup quarter-final win. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like on the video. Please subscribe. Turn on the notifications, all that sort of stuff. We've got plenty of FM24 content to come for now and when the full game is released for the next 12 months. And it'd be great to have you here on the journey. Thank you very much for watching, and let's go Luton.